Good morning, beauties. How are you feeling today? In your body, in your spirit, in your mind? I was listening, I'm always listening to music, almost always. There's a lot of music in my world, and it has been an anchor throughout my life. Listening to music, singing, right? The beauty that humans create by way of our voices and our ability to call spirit through our bodies and share. I believe that it's a human calling for all humans to sing, to dance, to use this beautiful instrument of the body in order to express beauty. And every year, at the beginning of the year, I make a playlist. I start a playlist on Spotify. And just throughout the year, I just add songs that really touch me, that really have a strong feeling for me. And I don't know when I started this, maybe in 2020. That sounds about right. And I was looking at the one that I've made for this year and noticing, wow, I haven't added as many songs. And this year has been so full, right? 2025. So fast, so furious, so full, so filled to the brim with noise and what we might call chaos, and what I also describe as distraction. And when I say distraction, I'm not saying ever that there aren't real things happening to real humans who are members of our family. Every single human being on earth is a member of our human family. Okay, this is one family called humanity. Now, are we a mysterious species? We are so mysterious. We are so odd. We are so rich with layers, right? There is nothing clear about what it is to be human. I've said this before. Anybody who tells you they know exactly and precisely what's going on here, and they want to sell you an absolute truth, from my perspective, that would be a lean back, pause, breathe, and really a drop down into your deepest core innate intelligence. Because when we start denying mystery, when we actually say that we know everything about this story, this unwinding, unfurling story called life on earth, then I believe we've lost something sacred, something essential. Because it is the mystery. The mystery keeps us thriving forward, keeps us asking questions, keeps us building and creating beauty. To be curious is part of our instinct as humans, to be curious. And then to curate a life based on our curiosity. What is this thing, right? Asking the questions. And no, I haven't forgotten the Spotify playlist. But often, right, the stuff just starts pouring in and it's just like, okay, here we go. And I'm sure you understand, because that's inside of you too. When we take the cap off, when we stop worrying about what we might look like to others, what we might sound like to others, thinking that we have to script ourselves. When we take that cap off, and you can do that, right? It might feel hard, I know, because I remember when it felt hard to just be myself, because there was so much on top of my original essence, so many stories, so many patterns, so many tales telling me to be something other than myself. So I understand, but you can take that lid off now. I would recommend and support you in breathing deeply and slowly and really continuing to do that practice of dropping into your embodied self, into your wisdom, seeking and finding that core essence self that's always been there, that little flame that's always been lit inside of you, even through the darkest times, even through the most exultant times. That little flame, which is you, your individuality, your uniqueness inside of this great mysterious family, this great mysterious experience called life on earth. Breathing into that, giving breath to that flame, igniting it over and over again, remembering your essence self, feeling it, and then taking that lid off and walking forward, knowing, hopefully, that you are here for love, that you are here for love. You're working for, I say to my clients, I work for the big love. I work for the big love. So I'm always going to be opening that channel on behalf of you, on behalf of whoever is sitting with me. So, back to the Spotify playlist. I always give each year's playlist a title right at the beginning of the year. I don't wait till the playlist is all done and say, what happened last year? No, I just drop into the channel. And this year, right in the beginning of January, the title for the playlist was Rise Above the Rubble, or Rising. I can't remember if it's Rising Above the Rubble or Rise Above the Rubble. And that name came through for a reason, yeah? In the breakdown, there is always that little diamond that is breaking through. And this year has really, so far, matched that title for me in terms of the world view, the world events, right? In my personal life, I've felt stronger than ever. But I see and I feel, right, the human family going through, all of us, going through such dis-ease, so much crumbling. The rubble is all around, okay? But rising above the rubble, that's part of the practice of pause, breathe, embody, because then we can start to rise up and have the hawk's eye view, the eagle's eye view, to see that there is in fact a beautiful pattern forming, and to decide where we want to give our energy. Do we want to give our energy to growing something beautiful, to making something new so that we can create something new and not fall back into the old rubble pile and try to put together the same old thing? Oh, let's build the same structures. No, we don't want to build the same structures. Okay, so rising above the rubble is an inside job. It is a daily practice. It is sometimes a minute-to-minute practice where we're, suddenly like, pulled in to the screen, doom scrolling, watching, sometimes ridiculous things, sometimes horrendous things, sometimes beautiful things, but just, consuming. Remember that they call us consumers? Just consuming, and our energy starts to be translated by those images and by all that energy that's coming from somewhere else. Yes, it's our human family that are creating these. And it's an inside job if you want to rise above the rubble and to be able to see and claim where you want to put your feet down, where you want to root in, where you want to grow. And that involves returning to your body. So you start with a pause. I'm going to put it down, right? If it's the phone or just negative thinking, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to go into my slow, deep, replenishing, nourishing breath. Yes, with an exhale that is that long and perhaps that loud, where you really start to release, and then in order to fill up again, filling up from below you, filling your whole body with that sweet breath, exhaling long and slow and deep, releasing like a waterfall with some sound. Let your throat get involved. Start creating some oxytocin. Start creating some positive bliss hormones in your body. Regulate your own nervous system. Come back into your body. That's number 3. Embody. Okay, that's not just a word. That's this vehicle, this vessel that we are so blessed to have. Sometimes our vehicles and vessels are hurting, right? There's pain, there are issues. Calming the nervous system to the best of your abilities is always a good idea. It's always a good idea. It's never not a good idea. Okay? And that can allow us to rise a little bit above the rubble of our own personal story of crash and burn, perhaps, or of beauty, harmony, right? Sometimes even that, we want to rise above and be able to see the beautiful pattern and to decide, oh, how much more do I want to build? How much more do I want to build? Which direction would I like to go in? From a place of contemplation, strength, embodied, rooted, high regard. So, yes, there's rubble. Yes, there's crash and burn in the world at large, on the planet. And there's always the promise of rebuilding, renewing though, new, not old, going forward. This is the Aquarian time. This is about the whole family. So who can you gather up and give love to today? Starting with yourself. So we rise above the rubble together. That's what we're doing. That's what's available. I love you. Big, big, big love. Big love. Big love.